And we're back. First, I'd like to thank Asbjorn Torval for filling in for me once again and doing an outstanding job in doing so. Now, he had said that he was filling in for me because I was recovering from surgery, which was only half true. I had already recovered physically and had returned to the channel, but I had asked him to fill in for me because I needed extra time to catch up on some things that I had gotten behind on because of the surgery. So, in a way, I was recovering from surgery, just not in the way that it was made out to be. I just wanted to clear this up because people have been writing to me thinking that I was ill again or had relapsed, which is just not the case. So everyone can rest easy knowing that I'm A-okay. Now, the second thing is I got a lot of comments on the I'm Ready video saying that I must have watched a lot of SpongeBob SquarePants, because apparently that's his catchphrase. No. Now, I don't mean to disappoint anyone, but I've never ever watched an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. I know what he looks like from pictures, and I know that he lives beneath the sea. That's about it. Just wanted to clear that up also. So, without further ado,
I'm ready!
Alright, so we got a couple of other people asking, why didn't you just use magic instead of getting surgery to heal yourself? Which is a great question. I can remember a few years back when Donald Craig, author of Modern Magic, passed away from pancreatic cancer. People asked the same thing. Well, if he was such a great magician, why didn't he just heal himself? And this is typically asked by those who have a misconception of what magic is and how it works. The same people who think that when you do money magic, a big treasure chest full of gold is going to fall out of the sky and land in your yard. The misconception is that they believe only the miraculous can be magic, which can happen. You can't rule out the miraculous. I've seen some pretty crazy things. But 9 times out of 10, and probably more than that, magic is going to manifest through some sort of logical means, through synchronicity. So to answer the question of why I didn't do magic to heal myself instead of surgery, I did use magic to heal myself, which then lined up the surgery. I cast to rid myself of anosmia, and that's exactly what happened. So magic manifests through a logical means, which is another way of saying that it's going to seem like a coincidence, that it could be explained logically, as if the magic had nothing to do with it. But those of us who practice magic, we know better, because even when we cast for unconventional things, we get them, which defies all odds. Those of us who practice know, without a doubt, that magic makes all the difference. The only time I've witnessed magic manifest not through logical means was in the case of spontaneous healing. The miraculous can happen. I've seen it. But it's more the exception than the rule, and it's not that easy to duplicate. See, the thing that a lot of you need to hear and understand and fully grasp is that magic will not make you immortal. It just won't. If it didn't save Donald Craig, it's not going to save you. If it didn't save Scott Cunningham, it's not going to save you. If it didn't save Aleister Crowley, it's not going to save you. Such is our plight as mortal physical beings. Now, we can use magic to heal ourselves and prolong our lives. I've used magic for healing on numerous occasions, and most successfully, I might add. But understand this can only go on for so long, that all mages die in the end. Magic is a law of the universe, but so is mortality. And mortality will trump all your magical efforts at some point in time. It is inevitable, it is universal law. So we're exposing some of the misconceptions of magic. In all likelihood, it's not going to seem miraculous when it manifests, and that it's not going to make you immortal. It can help you get over a lot of things and prolong your life, but at some point, it won't. In my opinion, healing magic is one of the more difficult forms of magic to do, simply because if you're sick, it's difficult to get your mind off of it, and if you're desperate for healing, it's very difficult to get your mind off of it. That is, if you're performing healing magic for yourself. If you're performing it for others, it's not as difficult, depending upon your relation to that person. Sometimes illness can strike so hard and suddenly that you're unable to perform magic at all. That's what happened to me last year when I got pneumonia, when it was excruciating pain to even breathe, not to mention the fever and everything else that come along with it. I can't perform a rite under those circumstances. In the hospital, the only magic I could perform was mental. So I know that some of you are going to be shocked and disappointed that you can't achieve immortality by using magic. And I'm sorry, but you should already know better. But you can take comfort in knowing that it can help you achieve pretty much anything short of immortality. So once again, I did heal myself with magic. It was just that surgery ended up being the way to do so. That was the logical means that manifested. Now, I know a lot of people have an aversion to medical doctors and surgery and the like, to the point of being polarized against them. Now, I am not one of them. To me, both alternative healing and the medical establishment have their place. But you have those who are just pro-alternative medicine. Did you try this herbal tea? Even our dear old Uncle Birch had suggested acupuncture. And those things have their place. I've had acupuncture before for other things, but it wasn't going to remove my sinus polyps. Magic took me straight to surgery, on the path of least resistance. It was the most effective and efficient way to rid me of anosmia. My doctor did try other things before surgery. And when we get to the sign of Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars, we're going to see that sometimes in order to heal, you have to remove that which is diseased. Scorpio is a sign of healing, but yet it's ruled by Mars, which is known for destruction. But we'll get into all that at a later time, because we have now come to the end of our time today. I want to thank everyone for listening and for sending in the questions. They were great questions and reminded me that I needed to dispel some of these misconceptions of magic. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Frater Xavier. You're invited to join us over at Patreon for early access to Mystery School videos before they're available elsewhere. And I will see you next time. Take care.